Dear listener, ClockTower is intended for mature audiences and might be inappropriate or possibly triggering to some. Many of the themes and events in ClockTower are inspired by weird fiction as well as similar concepts, which means the show can get dark. If that isn't something you enjoy, please listen at your own discretion. We here at the ClockTower care about you, so please put your mental health first. Our show will be here when you're ready.
Welcome to Season 2 of ClockTower, a D&D 5e experience. To all our old and new listeners, we're excited to have you here with us. ClockTower is a D&D campaign turned audio drama, played with a custom class and a few house rules that we as a group collectively enjoy. If you find yourself getting a little lost, there's always older episodes to guide you back to the path. With all that said, I hope you enjoyed this episode, and welcome to the ClockTower. You all find yourselves in the white marbled halls of what kind of looks like a classic American high school or high school hallway at the very least, but made completely out of like ancient Greek assets that are all completely in their prime, not crumbling at all. They look very, very well taken care of. It's actually really beautiful. As into a bunch of different rooms, all of these people in the togas with these little like bronze badges of different gods start funneling into, and you guys all realize you're standing pretty much next to and facing one of these doors.
I go to look for where my pockets would be.
You see that you like reach into the folds of the white fabric and you find a small spot that your hand like slips into the fabric, and you're like, this is not how this should work, but here it is. And it's like specific to where your watch would be. Yeah. Like, Sam, you could reach into the like chest of your toga and like check the watch.
I guess I reach for my pocket watch.
All right, you find it.
I look at the time.
You feel it's about 7 days.
Looks like we got a week.
That's a really long time. Does everyone notice how brazy and like Sam does like a weird like kind of crab pose? Like
Is your toga dragging on the ground?
Is it like a full toga dress?
Or
like
just spooled over your shoulder three times?
It's absolutely spooled over. I look kind of like a marshmallow. It's like clearly this was like wrapped and then was rewrapped.
I just imagine doing the like X cross pattern too many times.
Yeah,
so your shoulders
100%.
are kind of fluffy.
But my arms are like sticks sticking out of it and bare. And Sam was like, it's really brazy.
It's like in stark comparison to Barrett and Jaeger look like Greek heroes.
He just kind of looks down at himself and goes, you know, I have to get used to this whole bow thing. And like he reaches to like the bow and arrow on his back. This is like made of silver. He's like,
you also have a straw hat.
yeah, but the thing is the straw hat also has like vines with grapes on it. And he's like, what the fuck? Why are there grapes on this hat?
Whereas like all the rest of you have like nice like circlets, much like everybody else here in the school has a circlet for a hat. Jaeger is the only one in the school that is wearing a straw hat with grapes on it. Like actual grapes.
Picks the grape off and goes, that's a good grape, actually.
Oh, good. I thought I would assume I just had like a helmet on or something.
How does Trinket look with this outfit?
I think that like I basically as normal as it can be. I imagine it would be practical. Like if I needed to go kill something, my outfit will stay in place.
Same.
Nice. All right. You all are kind of looking around, and almost everybody has like left the hall at this point, going into the various different rooms.
Guys, I think we're going to be late.
Well, I suppose, but we have 7 days. I don't
That's
think
true.
skipping one period will...
Maybe we should meet the teachers and the students by just going to class, maybe. I don't know.
It really depends on what we're supposed to be doing here.
I mean, the clock tower did put us in front of this door.
Yeah.
That's fair.
I asked to see if we can find Lucy, so maybe she's here somewhere.
Do you guys want to know what your like 2 years of knowledge is? Is anybody gonna like?
Yeah.
I'll roll a history check.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
17. It's not bad.
Okay.
14.
10.
That is a 16.
Trinket, you hardly know what's going on. You know that this is a school for demigods that aren't well liked. That's about what you got. You're like, I don't.
That's what I got.
Actually, this school, you never leave. People sleep here.
Boarding school.
It is a boarding school for misbehaving demigods, is what it is.
We'll fit right in.
Barrett, you're not much better than Trinket's doing on the boarding school for misbehaving demigods. You also kind of get a little bit of a vibe of you don't really want to piss the people here off. Sam and Jaeger, you guys know that this is the heroes' Athenaeum. It is where, throughout all of the lands of this sort of fantastical, Greek myth sort of world, all of the many gods who have had many, many children, a lot of them go on to be heroes and create legends and myths of their own. However, an almost equal, if not greater number of them fuck off and do nothing or worse, bad shit. And a lot of the people of the world don't appreciate that, and they can't do anything about it because they're demigods. So this place was created to hopefully rehabilitate those demigods. They are all here, none of which by choice. They were all sent here. And there's a fuckload of them, like an entire school worth. And you know that the school is basically a coliseum. In the center of it is where all of the training happens from one of the other good demigods is a hero and trains people down there. And you two both know, weirdly, that finals are coming up this week. In fact, finals are the last 3 days of this week. And the finals seem really important for some reason.
So this is probably pretty fitting for us to be here.
I mean, we are kind of, we are kind of demigods ourselves, so.
Yeah, kind
Fair.
of pooling our knowledge, what y'all know.
We have finals to study for.
What?
Yeah, we have finals coming from literally 4 days. We don't have time for this.
What, you're really invested in this suddenly.
It's funny, I learned how to read, and then now I'm like, okay, what else can I figure out from here? So now I'm kind of
to be fair, this is probably a good place to know.
right, it's kind of the place to do it. So I'm like, okay, I'm at school, I might as well
math?
figure out my shit. What?
Do you know math?
2 + 2 is 4.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah, that checks out.
Barrett has this look of pride on his face right now. Yeah. All right.
So yeah, this is a ancient
You guys
Greek
hear
world?
this sound that seems like seeping mist?
What's that?
I don't know. Well, okay. Well, very quickly then. Ancient Greek world, heroes, finals week. We should probably get into a class. Oh, that's right. We shouldn't piss off any of the teachers.
Well, then we should get in there.
You guys, out of the corner of your eye, see at the other end of the hallway, because the hallway curves, it's a circle. There's some sort of cloaked figure slowly coming towards you in what looks like a long rowboat. The boat is floating on shadow.
How is he doing?
You know, Jaeger, think about the world, and let's maybe
Which
not.
one? Oh, okay, fair.
All right. I go through the classroom door.
Okay. As the four of you go into the classroom door, you see that there is a centaur with little round glasses on that has long hair braided back that braids into sort of going off to one side of their shoulders as they look at you and go, "It is nice of you to join us. Would you like to sit down so that I can start my lesson?"
Sure.
Yep.
Thank you for teaching.
The other demigods in the class all chuckle and laugh at you guys. You feel a little bit called out.
I just puff my chest a little bit and just find somewhere to sit.
I'm not gonna lie, Jaeger gives him a death glare as he goes to sit down. He's just tries to bitch him out. It's gonna be 22.
You give all of them a look, and several of them actually shut the fuck up. And they look like they were gonna pick on you for your hat too, and now they just have decided maybe no.
Sam just does the womp, 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 womp.
None of your seats are next to each other.
How far am I towards the back? To the first available seat I got.
Okay, so let me just say this. There's a seat to the left next to a very fluffy, curly, red-haired girl who looks very energetic, a seat all the way in the back corner by the window, a seat right up front, and a seat in the middle of a bunch of kids that all have the emblem of Zeus.
I go to the back.
Okay, Barrett takes the back window seat.
I will go sit in with all the Zeus kids.
Okay,
Yeah, you guys are gonna go sit in the front row.
okay. You sit in the front row, which means, Trinket, you're sitting next to the energetic, curly, orange-haired girl. You see that she's got little, like, hair tufts on the side of her hair that look like wings, and when you sit down, they, like, do a little flutter, and she's like, hi.
I shrug.
She's like, that's okay, I was new once. I totally get how it's really overwhelming here, and like not everybody likes you. I mean, not to say that they don't like you. I mean, I don't know if they don't like you, but they didn't like me. And then the centaur goes, she like looks up, she's like, we'll talk later.
Great.
As the Zeus kids all just look at you, Sam, like, how dare you sit between us? And you're just like,
Sam just looks at them, looks left, looks right. Y'all got books?
Jaeger, nobody gives you any shit, and the teacher seems to respect that you sat in the front. And Barrett, as you look out the window, you realize that there's no glass in the window. They're just like archways between white marble pillars of like coliseums. Like normally where there would be like statues in a coliseum, but there's a window for you to look out of. And you have like, for lack of a better term, the like sort of beautiful anime landscape, but instead of being an anime like cityscape that you're looking over out to the coast, it's a like an ancient Grecian town looking out to the coast, and you see like boats with tall sails coming in to a harbor, and you kind of like put your hand against your cheek as you like look out the window and see just like another beautiful world. And roll a wisdom check.
17 total.
Part of you waits for Grin to say something about the landscape, and then it doesn't happen.
Looks nice.
You hear a voice next to you go, yeah, it's better this time of year. The wind is going the other way, and you don't get the smell.
Looks over who's talking.
There is another, like, I mean, all the demigods are, like, pretty attractive here. They're, like, all...
Chiseled.
Exactly. They're all, like, Greek hero-looking guys and girls. And you see it's a guy with, like, flame red hair. His, like, hands look really rough. And one of his teeth is made out of iron. And the symbol on it, you know to be Hephaestus. But he seems like just like a really nice, down-to-earth guy. And as you all sit there, you sit through what is effectively a very nice, like, lecture on how to act well in polite company. And it seems that this is the, like, it's like home ec for Greek demigods who have no manners. And it sort of begins with, like, and how do we properly address the gods? Anyone? As, like, the girl sitting next to Trinket, her hand is up, like, immediately, and he's not calling on her.
Jaeger sort of puts a hand up.
Yes, child of Apollo.
Jaeger stands, just kind of goes, sir, and tips his hat.
Howdy, howdy.
The centaur makes a note on a small, like, slate board that he has and does not say anything and goes, you can sit down.
Jaeger smiles and sits down like, he's like, yeah, I fucking did it.
Everybody looks at you, but they're too scared to say anything, so they don't say anything. And at the end of the class, after like an hour or two have passed in this lecture, you guys hear the teacher kind of go, and I need not remind all of you that the finals are at the end of this week, the last 3 days of this week, and you will all be tested in the maze of the Minotaur. Now, anybody who would like to practice or study before the finals come, feel free to go and do so within the arena grounds at the center of the Athenaeum. And if anybody needs advice on how to handle the complex stressors that deal with going on such a sacred test, you can come talk to me. My doors are always open. And you see the girl with the fluffy orange hair is just like waving her hand in the air. And he goes, yes, daughter of Hermes. As she goes, is it true that the light will turn off all of our powers from our parents? As he goes, yes, it is so. It is said that the fire of Prometheus makes it so that even demigods are mortal. But fear not. If should you perish in the finals, you will be greeted at the gates of Hades like any other mortal.
I raise my hand.
Yeah. He looks at you in the back.
Are we allowed to bring anything?
Of course, there is the armament and chosen trinkets that you can bring along with you in your quest, but know that even magic artifacts given to you by your patrons and parents, the light of Prometheus, and the light that the fire gives off will sap them of any godly magics that might hold within them.
Oh, yeah, girls raises his hand.
Yes, child of Apollo.
Question. Is the Minotaur still in the maze?
Yes. It's the maze of the Minotaur. Were you not listening at all last week in class?
It's not that. I have a little bone to pick with Minotaurs since the last time I ran into one.
I raise my hand again.
Child of, as one of the Zeus kids raises their hand, and the teacher calls on them, and they go, "Yes, son of Zeus." He goes, "I just wanted to know, was anyone else in class actually listening to the class, or are we going to ask a lot of questions we already know the answer to?" And he turns and looks at Barrett, and all the other Zeus guys are and giggling at him.
I raise my hand while staring at him in the eyes.
The teacher goes, "You're a child of Ares."
Will there be teams?
Yes, the teams will be decided by the faculty, and we will pitch you with people who we think will test your skills at working together.
Good. As I still staring at the Zeus kid.
When the Zeus kid turns back around, I'm just staring at him from the front.
just immediate. You.
I'm gonna raise my hand as well.
Yes, daughter of Artemis? Yes. He's so confused and he stops.
Don't worry about it. So are we allowed to kill the Minotaur?
You can certainly try.
I fuck with that answer. Let's go.
I'm sorry, you what?
Sorry, never mind.
Class is dismissed. And he waves his hand and all as everybody gets up out of their chairs, and the red-haired girl leans on your desk and goes, "Are you really going to kill the Minotaur?"
Yeah, do you want to help?
Yeah! Oh my god, you're the cool... How are you... You know what? I don't need to ask. You're too cool to answer. And she looks around and she goes, "Hey, is that fluffy guy your friend?"
As the Zeus kids are walking away, Sam's like, "They're a library." Okay.
Actually, one of the Zeus kids tries to push you over, make a dex save.
That is a 17. Sorry, that's an 18.
You, stagger step and catch yourself.
I want to grab the back of his toga as he's walking away.
Roll. You want to get his attention? Absolutely, you can have it.
Bumps me.
If he wins this grapple check, he's gonna backhand you.
Okay.
Okay. He got an 18.
11.
You go to grab his toga and he flips around like a snake, that fast, and smacks you on the cheek. Not hard, but it's loud and sudden. And he goes, "Unhand me." And then you hear almost the distant sound of thunder for a second, and then he looks at your little symbol and he goes, "Athena," and then turns away and leaves, and you're
19 to hit.
With what?
Literally, Jaeger would have reached back and then shot it and to cut his cheek.
Okay, so you pull the arrow back. You are near point blank, and there's almost nobody contesting you at this roll because of how fast you whip this shit out. You pull the bow out, and you fire the arrow, and it slides past his cheek and like splits his cheek open. It doesn't quite cut through all the way through his cheek, but it splits his cheek open and plants itself into the wall on the other side of the room. Doesn't hit any of the other guys, luckily, and that guy grabs his cheek in shock, and everybody else flips around and looks at you, and the teacher stops, and like everybody sees the silver bow in your hand, and they're all like shocked and stunned. Like what just happened should not have been able to happen. And the teacher goes, "Drop that right now."
And you're just gonna literally just let it drop.
The Zeus guy is on the ground crying, and like the like blood that's hitting the ground is like kind of glowing golden almost. And everybody, the like class is all murmuring about like, how did he do that? What's going on? And the like girl next to you, Trinket, kind of steps in front of you a little bit and goes like, "Did you see that?"
Yeah, I know.
But it kind of looks like she's trying to like put herself in between you and Jaeger. And then the centaur goes over and picks up your bow.
There's a slight eye twitch. Just like the...
It looks at you and goes, "You come with me, child of Apollo."
Yes, sir.
The class is like stunned.
Sam's gonna like walk over to the child of Zeus and like lean over them, and out of like the folds of their bulky robe, pull out a little silver wand and like tap them and go, "Healing word."
Healing word heals the like 1 point of damage Jaeger wanted to do for RP. And now the kid is looking at you like you're some kind of a demon.
Sam like leans in and goes, "I will unmake you."
This Zeus kid looks into your eyes and like horror dawns on him, and he goes, "Kronos," and then fucking like scuttles away from you into his friends, and then his friends like try to help him up, and he like slams his friends away. He goes, "It's a Titan!"
Do we want to just like Sam like puts his fingers and like click.
I'll give you the look like the, "Oh man, no."
One of the kids, the one that you were like, "I will unmake you," goes, "Father, lend me your strength!" And you hear like the other Zeus kids around him aren't like holding up their own lightning bolt. They all like put their hands in the air and like close their eyes and tilt their head back as if they're like lending this one kid their strength.
Is there a path out of the classroom?
Oh yeah, well, kind of. There's a lot of other people who seem like they're really inclined to hold you here because apparently the statement of you being some sort of like being of Kronos is not a good thing.
I cast invisibility on myself.
I guess we need to roll initiative because if he has a higher initiative than you, he's throwing a lightning bolt at you. He got a 3.
That is a unnatural 20.
Sam goes first. Sam's invisible. Combat over. The kid goes, "Huh? Who's escaped? Tell the teachers!
Holding a charged
Find
lightning
the faculty!"
bolt.
The Zeus kid like points at you, Barrett, and the kid next to you and goes, "You two, go to the principal's office. Tell them what's happened."
Looks at the other kid next to me.
The kid shrugs at you. He's like, "I don't know, let's go."
Sure.
Sam, where are you going?
I'm gonna stand right in place. You can't see me.
Okay, everybody in the classroom starts like scrambling out, looking for the being of Kronos that just fucking disappeared.
I'll take the path that would intersect with Sam and kind of like just try and like catch almost, you know?
Arms wide.
Yeah, and just be like, "Okay, we're going this way."
Trinket, what are you... Now everybody else is gone because Barrett and Sam and everybody just left. You're here, and this fluffy-haired girl who just like stepped in front of you is like, "That was crazy. Did you see that? That was crazy."
Yeah, that's kind of how they are.
"What? Thought that Kronos thing was you..." She like looks at you and looks like... You see the like stages of grief go through her face for a second where she's like...
Hang on. Just because that one kid said that doesn't mean it's true.
"Oh my God, you're right." Those Zeus guys are never right about anything. We should go to the principal first and tell them the Zeus guys are lying.
Sure. Yep.
She nods, she's like, "Here, take my hand."
All right.
The little hair tufts like kind of turn into more actual wings, and she goes,
Whoa.
"In fact, you're going fast. Roll a strength check to hold on to her."
Not good. 2.
You your grip slips for a second. You're like, uh-oh. You let go, roll a dex save.
16.
You manage to catch yourself on your elbow and do a little roll. Do you get up or are you just gonna stay there for a second?
I get up.
Okay. As you get up, you see her stop at the end of the hallway, and then she leads by her head and flies around. She goes, I am so sorry. Sorry, sometimes I go a little too fast. I don't really think about it. I don't really realize how fast I'm going, but I just wanted to know that I didn't mean to drop you on purpose. I'd never drop you on purpose. That would be crazy.
Breathe.
Do you want to try again?
Yeah, let's go.
All right, you take her hand again, and she is... Roll a strength check again, but this time you can have advantage because she's really trying not to drop you this time.
11.
Okay, that's good enough. You guys, you see Barrett as you just past him in the hallway, and you guys see a blur go by that you think might have been Trinket.
Are we actually going to the principal's office?
I don't know. Do you want to do what they said, or do you want to just leave that classroom?
I don't really want to do what anybody says.
Yeah, I was kind of getting that vibe from you.
Really?
Yeah. You were looking out the window really wistfully, and then you sighed.
Oh. Ugh. Where are you going?
I was going to go to the principal's office if that's what you wanted to do, but that little guy is not a Titan.
No. Looks down at it.
The gods killed Kronos, first of all, and they threw him into Hades, and that's not... he's...
Why would they be here?
Yeah, also, if the Titan of Kronos was here at this Athenaeum, it wouldn't look like that thing.
Yeah, well...
Now that son of Apollo that had that bow, that I would like to see how that happened. Even the weapons my dad makes can't hurt us.
So we can bring weapons here, it's just,
Well,
it's
yeah,
pointless.
but usually it hurts. It doesn't, you can't...
It's pointless.
We can't bleed. That was... Have you seen anything like that before? Because I have never seen anything like that.
No.
But the teachers are definitely gonna throw that guy into the maze, so it's fine.
Is the Minotaur in there?
Well,
Is it
do you not
active?
know about the rumors?
I don't really know shit, man.
How long have you been here?
I go to look at my pocket watch and go, wait. How long was that class?
You've been here for one class?
And some change?
But there were 2 other classes today.
I don't know, boat was late.
Roll persuasion check with disadvantage.
16, sorry.
He looks at you and he goes, all right, oh, weird. And he shrugs and goes, anyway, I want to get a look at that fucking bow.
Yeah.
So I guess that's where I'm going.
I guess we are going to the principal's office, huh? That's where it'd be.
He nods.
What's your name, by the way?
He looks at you and goes, I'm Undell, son of Hephaestus. Who are you?
Barrett, son of...
Did you just look?
I'm Barrett.
Roll persuasion check. With disadvantage.
1.
How bad is it?
5.
He looks at you and goes, okay, so you definitely are not supposed to be here and are not who you're claiming to be.
Darn, I guess I should go to the principal's office. Care to join me?
Yeah, that's the problem right now is you are definitely I don't know what is up with you, but it's something, and you're also super cool. Everybody else here sucks, and you're the first person I've talked to who doesn't suck, and you happen to, there's something fucking sketchy going up about that's...
Maybe that's just what cool comes off.
No, shut the fuck up. No. Fine, fuck it, I don't care. Whatever's going on with you, I don't give a fuck, but if you screw me, I will make something to make you regret it.
Okay, I'd like to see it. Let's go.
So will I. When I get my hands on this bow, we'll see. Trinket, you get to the principal's office way faster. In fact, you get to the principal's office before Jaeger does. You pass them in the hallways. But her job, her goal here was not, in fact, to go catch Jaeger. Her goal was to tell the principal that the Zeus kids are lying, which they haven't done yet. she gets there, and you see the archway of the principal's office, and behind, you see like there's a desk, like a big ornate desk, and like an offering bowl in front of the desk, and you see that the principal is sitting there, and you don't recognize them as any sort of like god or pantheon member, because even with your bad roll on the knowledge, you feel like you would know that information, but they're just the principal of the school. And then you realize that there is a brazier behind them, and the light coming out of it is the same light that was in your cell in Lost Souls, the same light that the Reacher used, the same light that Teddy and Mikhail used, the same light that you saw on that snowy field in your dream. It's the bad light. It's...
I'm gonna turn around and walk the other way immediately. Like, I'm just gonna just stop and turn around and walk away.
You know that is the light that turns off your pocket watches, and you feel Lamp immediately be like, whoa, what is happening? And then you also realize that as you turn to leave, and she's like, where are you going? And you see Jaeger is on his way this direction right now.
So when we are interacting with that light, when we see those lights, we normally can tell right away. We can feel it. We can feel our pocket watches stop working.
Yes.
And
moreover than that, you don't even have to feel it to see it, know that it's the same light, because you specifically as a character, you know that light more than you know these people.
But I feel that feeling that my watch is not going to work.
Not here. You're outside of the light right now.
All right.
And I have to ask a different question. Are you going to go step into that light at all? Because it's like pouring out of the principal's office right now, but you said you turned and left.
I imagine we got kind of close before I could really see it, right?
Yes, so I'm going to say something. I'm going to say that when she pulled you up to the door of the principal's office, that light was shining on you, and you didn't feel it turn off your pocket watch.
Okay.
In fact, you felt instead Lamp got warm.
All right, but I'm still turning around.
Yes. And she goes, where are you going? The principal's right here.
I don't like that light.
What? The Fire of Prometheus?
Yep. You shouldn't either.
Well, yeah, I mean, yeah, it's in the principal's office in case we're, like, we can't use our demigod powers when we're in trouble, but... And you see, like, her, like, as she's, like, next to the light, her, like, little, like, hair wing flippies go, like, they, like, deflate and get sad into just kind of normal hair.
I'll just be waiting her outside. Right here.
Okay.
I got your back. You go do that.
She looks at the principal's office like that is a terrifying prospect for her to go in there by herself. And she like looks back at you and looks at the principal's office and goes like, are you sure those Zeus kids were lying? Maybe they were just doing a prank. Like the Dionysus kids.
That's called lying.
Oh. Okay, I'll just go in there by myself then.
I'll be right here when you're done.
Okay. She walks in there so scared and timidly, and then the centaur is passing you and has this like grave, serious look, and Jaeger is on the other side of him from you, and he like acknowledges that you're there, but like the seriousness with which Jaeger is in trouble is so vast, it's so bad that he doesn't even acknowledge you as he starts walking Jaeger to the principal's office, and his hand is like white knuckling on the bow in his hands. And Jaeger is getting closer. Jaeger, what are you doing? Because you, as you walk up and see Trinket turn around on her heels, see the light spilling out of that room and know exactly what that light is.
There was a moment of like, as he's walking forward, he looks confident. He's like, okay, it's whatever. It's not a big deal. And then like as he gets closer, Jaeger's a dark-skinned individual. His face pales, and he looks like it went from, it's fine, it's no big deal, to I'm going to die. I'm going to die and no one's going to remember my name. Yeah, Jaeger like stops like mid-step and goes, I can't. Sir?
The centaur puts a hand on your like back and pushes you forward towards the light. You're not in it yet, but he is not stopping and he's stronger than you.
Sir, I apologize. I will.
We will talk after the principal is informed.
I will happily. Could we do this anywhere else? Anywhere else, please. In some sunlight, maybe.
He is pushing you forward. He is not letting you get out of this.
Yeah, he's like possibly like a cafeteria room, or so we can have coffee and talk about.
You are on the edge of the light.
like adults. And then his hand starts reaching for his pocket, like trying to like hit the fucking like button.
Are you clicking the button?
Yeah. He's like,
all right.
click.
You are like at the edge of the light. You hear your pocket watch like do a soft like starting to slow down. And you don't even pull it out. You just like smash the top of it, and then all of a sudden, all of you feel that crushing wave pulling you back, which is really upsetting, kind of for Barrett and Sam, who are like talking to this guy who's like, I don't know what's up with you. But whatever it is, just don't screw me over. And then you feel the wave return you to the clock tower as you're all on the couch.
Okay.
It was me.
Yeah. You all right there?
They have it.
Bad light.
Oh.
It's in the principal's office. Just I don't know where, but it's just in there. I saw it was in the doorway. I saw it.
Maybe we don't get ourselves sent to the principal's office.
Well, we are going to have to deal with that at some point, right? With the finals?
Right, it's going to be in the maze.
You bet your ass whatever we have to deal with for this mission is going to be there. Or that's on the way.
Well, so I did feel something a little different this time. And I think it might have to do with the lantern.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So I think if we're all on a team together during the finals, it'll be okay. And I assume that the clock tower is going to make that happen. But I don't think any of us want to be, well, I mean, I guess I could be, but I don't think any of you want to be alone with that thing. So.
Yeah, I definitely think that was a bad idea. Also, apparently, well, I mean, Barrett kind of found this out, but I was around. We shouldn't be able to hurt them. And if we actually, like, make them bleed, right?
They're not used to the sight of blood.
Or being healed, apparently. I think that's why that dude said I was a spawner. Chronos, whatever that is.
Huh. This is going to take more work than we thought.
Yeah. And that fucking teacher never said what my house was or whatever. I don't really know what it is.
I think we should come up with a plan.
I definitely agree with that. Do we want to try and get rid of that light? Or would that just crash the thing?
I'm not sure if we need to.
There's probably a reason why they have it as well. Because if we take away their safeguards, there might be something that we can't handle as well.
It works on their magic, which is why it's there. It's not there for us.
Which means
it just happens to work on us.
Which probably means there's equally dangerous magics or godliness happening around us as well. So we should be reluctantly using that as a tool, probably.
That makes sense.
I don't like it either.
Plus, this is, I mean, the last time that kind of got that weird light from the lighthouse, they were burning our stuff.
Weren't they just burning us? If I remember correctly, wasn't like our bones that were burning? As you mentioned before.
So how are they keeping it fueled?
They're gods.
Well, I mean,
if they're using gods to make the flame, then they can probably just fathom it up themselves, being gods.
Wild.
I mean, to be fair, almost a god.
Sam, you've done a lot of research on this light specifically. You want to roll a history check?
Sure. 23.
You have no, hard evidence, so it's, almost frustrating to believe this as much as you do. But you, know from the research, if you were, you have no way to prove what you know is correct, but you'd be willing to bet money on it, there is no way in fuck that light should be on any world at all. It is an eldritch thing. It shouldn't be there.
Right, Sam, furrows their brow. It's listen, I understand that, whatever the Prometheus was, a titan.
You know in your history check, Prometheus stole fire from the gods, specifically from Kronos.
So, I mean, listen, whatever that is, it's unnatural. I don't think anything here could have ever made that. Actually, now that I'm thinking about it more, that fire of Prometheus was probably originally from the Kronos, which...
Who's that?
Big titan. It's really, really complicated. Some apparently good books on it. Actually, yeah, I was wondering if there was a library somewhere.
Looks at the wardrobe?
No, I mean, the place in there's gotta be, full of really cool stories.
Yeah, it's a school. It should be.
Yeah.
Just walk through, just touch every single book as we pass by.
either way, I'd love to, not get in the light, but just at least check it some.
So here's my question. If the light that fucks with us comes from this Kronos person, was he one of us?
I don't really know. My memory's a little vague on Kronos, but the word means something related to time, so.
Agents have been revered as gods in certain missions I've gone on.
Do you think this is an item mission? If you get like something from his?
I was just about to ask that question.
Or is the light itself a creature?
No, but the Minotaur is.
Yeah, that's been around a while, it seems. I'm gonna guess weapon of some kind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably.
There's probably a lot of artifacts from heroes here that it's probably just in the haystack somewhere.
Did Kronos have a weapon?
I mean, he kind of, again, getting more vague on my knowledge of stuff. It's not really exactly taught
That's fair.
specifically, but
That girl I was sitting next to seems to be kind of like teacher's pet type. She seems like she knows her stuff. I can probably get some more information from her about the stuff that's going on in the world. Maybe she has an idea, because I'm thinking it's either a creature or a weapon as well.
I think that's a great idea.
And the guy I was talking to seemed to know quite a lot about weapons.
Yeah.
So this time I won't shoot the guy in the fucking face.
Yeah, so do we want to rewind right after I got, just after I didn't get knocked over, but before I grabbed him?
Yeah, sure. That works.
Sure, yeah. And maybe before we ask all these questions in class so we don't turn an eye, maybe? I don't know. They seemed really quick to accuse us.
I think that's just those guys, though. I think those guys are just assholes in the very middle of the class that Sam sat by.
The guy I was talking to was pretty down to earth, and he was still suspicious. So, no flashing weapons, no making people bleed.
Got it. I'll slap him
Hell,
next time instead.
I didn't even know the name of the guy that I'm supposed to be with, and he just suspected treachery right off the bat.
That there is.
Thank you.
So you want to, before, do you know what it is? Who he is?
Just a quick rundown, something like bullshit.
War, weapons, blood.
No.
As, for once, Sam, you inform Barrett about the sort of gaps in his knowledge of the history of this world. And then you all kind of pull together your knowledge of what you have all learned in your various different history checks about the world as you all get to the same page before getting ready to start the mission again. Hey, it's me, Ellie again. And I'm gonna be honest, recording outros, trying to keep moving on, and it feels really disingenuous with how much pain and bad things are going on in the world right now. But I've been told it's important to keep being creative, to keep going for yourself and those around you. So I'm gonna do that. We hope you're enjoying this arc and the season so far. We would love to hear some good things. So if you're enjoying the show and want to talk to us, tell us your favorite character or your favorite moments from the show, please reach out through our website or just hang out in the community Discord. And if you would like to work with us or collaborate with us in any way, you can do so through our website, ClockTowerAgent.com. If you want to learn more about the art behind ClockTower, which I'll probably update soon, you can go to YouTube.com at ClockTower Art and Animation. Barrett was played by Bink. Sam was played by Cal. Trinket was played by Kball. Jaeger was played by Trent. And I, Ellinthris, was your DM. The voice of our disclaimer is Valik, Donahew. You can check out all of his work at patreon.com/themadlanddreamer. All music from Season 1 of ClockTower and some songs made for Season 2, made by Who's Music. If you would like your own D&D music commissioned, you can find them and find all of their work through their website, whosisthis.com, or find it in the description below. Additional music and effects provided by Andrew Smith and Cal. Thank you to our editing team and Cal for making the episodes what they are. Thank you to our sponsor, Alpha Lupine Images, for donating the equipment to help us make more content with better quality. The Clock Tower test on our website was programmed by Mike LeMay, You can go there and make your own ClockTower agent. Thank you to everyone who supports us on Patreon, and thank you again for listening. ClockTower Season 2, Episode 51 will be out for all of our early episode patrons on March 14th, and will release publicly on March 21st. Till then, time's ticking. See you in the ClockTower.